Well guys, how you doing today? We are going to do something that I've been putting off for a while. As you could tell from the title, we're finally going to tackle these ugly ass headlights. Yes, these beautifully yellowed, sunbacon, crusty headlights. Look at that thing. So I know I've been bitching about these for a while, and today we're finally going to do something about it, you know? Look at oxidation. All that yummy oxidization. So we're gonna get rid of that today. Out of all the kits out there, they all seem similar to me, you know? They never really had an impact. They all seem the same, run of the mill. But then here comes these new guys. Some of you Second Amendment boys will know this company's name, Cerakote. Yes, Cerakote. The same guys that does, you know, those custom coatings on some Second Amendment stuff. They actually came out with this thing. Let me flip it over. This Cerakote ceramic headlight restoration kit. And I've seen some good stuff about it, and I believe it's time to give it a try. So in this kit is a 3-step kit, as you can see. Ooh, read the packaging. Yay. But no tools required, 3 easy steps, 100% UV proof. What it comes with in the 3 steps. Step number 1. One thing I really liked about this kit is this oxidation remover. There's 4 pads for each headlight, okay? And they recommend, although you may not need 4 pads, they recommend to use the 4 pads, okay? I'll come back to it just now. Step 2 is sanding. They have this little sander, and I believe 2000 grit and 3000 grit sandpaper, 2 pads each. Yes, okay. Then they include gloves. 1, 2, 4 pairs of gloves. Well, sorry, 2 pairs of gloves, 4 gloves each for the actual ceramic coating. Now they have a self-leveling ceramic coating kit. Okay, let's come back to step 1, which is really the important step. Prep is the most important thing. Prepping is the most important thing. The step 1 and step 3 is the main things that made me want to get this kit. Okay. The oxidation remover. Remember earlier in the clips showing those nasty headlights? You see that yellow in? That yellow in is the oxidation. What is oxidation remover? It's a professional strength saturated cloth pad or whatever that you rub against the headlight, and it actually lifts off all that yellow and pulls that out. Why that's impactful and why I really like that step is because that oxidation remover actually takes away that oxidation, blah, blah, blah. The why I like that so much is because by removing the oxidation, it clears up and makes step 2, which everybody knows everybody gotta do, the sanding. The oxidization clogs up the hell out of sandpaper pads and DA pads and whatever, okay? That oxidization is the worst thing to overcome with headlight restoration. I really love that part. You'll see it further down the road. But what I also did from Amazon, I went ahead and bought a bunch of 3-inch pads with hook and loop pieces to connect to the included grip to sand. So there's a ton of grits, from 80 grit all the way to the 3000 grit we're going to use, but I'm going to pull out some 1000 grit, 2000 grit, and 3000 grit, and we're going to hit these headlights. First things first, we got to give this thing a good cleaning, okay? So I got some fresh ONR, give it a good wet down. Get some tape going. The manufacturer stated that it's okay to get some of the oxidation remover and the ceramic on the car. You just got to immediately wipe it off with a cloth. But I also want to protect against sanding, because the lights are so flush with the body of the car. I don't want to sand and scuff up my clear coat, you know? So I'm trying to get it nice and in between the gap of the headlight and the body. So for sure, I won't mess the paint up. Car is dirty right now with a bunch of bug splatter and stuff like that. So we got a nice secure work area so the paint won't get messed up. Everything, all the motions we're doing, okay, we're left to right, up and down. We're not doing any swirls at all. Let's go and start with the Oxidation Remover. The first pad. So must wear gloves. Nice saturated little pad. Now these headlights have that little bulge in the middle. Has a little contour here for the side marker. So we gotta wipe straight lines. Look at that yellow. Look at that oxidation. You're actually seeing the yellow getting pulled off already. Flip it over. Flip it over, there's a clean side here. Wow. They say you must use 4 pads, but already with 1 pad, look at that, a lot of the oxidation is gone. Alright, let's use 2 pads. I love that red stripe in the headlight that we put in there when we built it. We're still pulling up a bunch of oxidation. Just gonna flip it over. Okay, so I guess I wasn't that oxidated. These 2 pads worth. It's really saturated, really wet. So it's not like they're skimping on the materials for the kit. I let it dry a little bit. Now for step 2. It's not as bad. After that Oxidation Remover did its job, a lot of the yellow and the pitting and the actual roughness, the oxidation is gone. So I really don't think I need to go as far as 1000 grit. I think I'm just going to start with the kit's 2000 grit. We got 2000 grit here. We'll spray on. Like say, it says use straight motions, don't swirl. This headlight headlight's so organic though. I'm afraid that this pad may not be the best thing. I don't know if I have a sponge or something around. It's not good to do it by hand. There's a big old sponge, but I don't want to cut it. Let's see if we could just use that corner here, just to get, because it's so organic. There's so many shapes and bends in this headlight, you know? Yeah, this feels much better. The other thing was just like pressing too hard against it. This actually feeling like it's conforming more to the headlights. do an edge here because the little bump out for the little side marker. You don't really want to give it any flat spots, you know? It'll damage it. This is how it looks just with so we got a decent haze. We want to get a uniform haze, you know? If we get a uniform haze, we know we hit it equally and evenly. This sponge is actually working out well, conforming, like see I'm pressing it against and it's conforming to your organic lines. It's also taking up a lot of the debris. So if you look, we got ourselves a nice decent haze. It's pretty much even all over the headlight. Probably gonna hit here a little bit and this joint here. Here's good. We gotta hit here and here. It's not as hazy as the rest of them, so it isn't really sanded equally. I got the 3000 grit now. I'll go over it and then we'll go ahead and put the Cerakote on. No, sorry, not Cerakote, the ceramic coat, okay? 3000 grit, let's go. Alright, so losing some light right now. I hate these days getting so short, so much shorter. But if you look here though, we have a nice uniform haze. We need to let this dry before we put any of the ceramic coat on there, the step 3. We need to make sure it's good and dry before we put the ceramic clear coating on there. If you have access to a compressor, it would be best to blow out all the corners and everything, because the water stops the ceramic coating to adhere to the lens. So it needs to be bone dry. So if you can, get an air compressor. Okay, so the headlight should be really dry by now. It got really dark on me, so I had to set up some artificial light. So the lighting might be a little different from the start of the video. I know some of the tape area is still kind of wet. The lens itself should be really dry. You can see now with the lighting how hazy it is and everything like that. So I will say that I bought the a bunch of extra disc because I believed that I'll have to do a lot of sanding. But like I said early in the video, one of the things I really liked about this kit is that oxidation remover. That oxidation remover is such an important step in this kit. It's so awesome. It removed so much yellow, so much crud off the headlight that the actual sand work was such a breeze. It was so easy to get done and it was so quick. It really is amazing. This is such a good headlight kit. Now, everybody's watching right now, seeing this hazy lens, be like, you ranting and raving about this kit, but you have a hazy old lens. When I go in and put the final magic on, okay, when we go ahead and finally get this ceramic coat on, you would see how this haze is just going to, the tiny glass particles in here will just fill in everything, and you'll get a beautiful crisp lens. Alright, so let me just stop yapping and let's get this done. And we're going to do straight lines, okay? We got the body covered and everything like that, straight lines. Damn, look at that. So the instructions say overlapping 50% in straight lines. So we're trying to get that done. It kind of, the organicness of this lens kind of sometimes messes with that. But wow, I haven't seen this headlight look this good in a long time. Okay, so it all depends, right, on how bad your headlights are. There is still a lot of ceramic on this pad. There's a lot. There is probably enough to actually do the other headlight. So like I said, you're supposed to use 4 oxidation remover pads on a headlight. So it depends how bad or not your headlight is. I only used 2. For the video, I did 1 at a time because I want to show you a comparison. But for you doing it at home, maybe you do each step. Instead of 1 headlight at a time, do both headlights at a time each step. And that would actually gain you 2 times use of this kit, because this is really saturated. The oxidation removers are really saturated. So in essence, you could actually use this kit twice. I've only used probably 1 out of the 2 sandpapers also. So you could actually wash each side, strip, oxidization strip each side, sand both sides, and then Cerakote both sides. And that would leave you with 4 oxidization prep pads and another final Cerakote pad. So that is really cool. We need to give this a good 15 minutes for it to dry and harden. It's been a long time since I've seen the headlight look like this. It's ridiculous. Alright guys, what do you think? That looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks so damn good. It's been a long time since I've seen my headlights. I heated these, gutted them, did a lens mod, did a cutoff line correction, and had a friend paint the housing. He did the red stripe on there and blacked out the housing. I think I did this. It's been a long time, and it's probably been about 3 years since I've seen. That's 317, so I think it's more, because I was in the old house. Jeez, it's been a while. So it's been a while since I've seen inside these lenses, because I've seen so many kits that you actually work so hard and you don't get good results. Look at these results, guys. These are badass. They look amazing. All right, it is ridiculous how good those look. I know the lighting is kind of crazy. It's all dark and stuff. But go ahead and look at this. Look at this other housing. Right? See how bad that is? Okay. Let's come over here and just check this out. Look at the glass on that. Just looks so good. And from that side, move this light here to that side. It's just night and day difference. Alright, update. Got the second one done, guys. And I'm just as impressed as the first one. Look how nice and clean that looks. Man, look at those headlights. Holy moly. It came out so freaking awesome. From that yellow as heck headlight to what you see now. Check that out. Isn't that nice? Absolutely 100%. I am going to recommend this kit. It is ridiculous how easy this kit is. And it's 25 bucks. 25 bucks. Do you imagine that? You get so much for $25 in this day and age. That's ridiculous. There's no other kit by the other manufacturers that normally do car detailing stuff that can match this kit. It's so awesome. I have links in the description. I also have links for the sandpaper. If your guys' headlights are really bad and needs the extra sanding, please use those links in there. It'll help the channel out. But I totally love this kit. I will definitely use it on the 240 when it's time. It's freaking awesome. Now go ahead and stand by. Let me go take a drive. Let me find somewhere I can park the car. I'm losing daylight right now, so I'm trying to get some sunlight on those lenses for y'all. Do a little quick montage. Don't forget, hit that like, hit that subscribe, guys. If you really like the content, I appreciate it. I love you guys. Until next time.